Galloway's Tech Talk at 3, Alexa updates with Robin Christopherson.
So, welcome everybody to Galloway's Tech Talk at 3. It's great to have everybody here today. And, it's a hat trick. We've got Robin Christopherson with us again from AbilityNet. It's fantastic, Robin, to be joined by you again. And welcome back.
Thank you all. Pleased to be here.
How are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I've not so much got my AbilityNet hat on as my A-Lady hat on, my Echo hat on, as per last time as well.
Well, I think a lot of people will recognise your voice, Robin, from your 5-minute demo skill show as well.
Or maybe the RNIB Tech Talk podcast, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, RNIB Tech Talk podcast as well. Robin, just to begin with, if you'd like to, because we've got some new people on today, if you'd like to tell people a little bit about yourself, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me on. Robin Christopherson. I'm Head of Digital Inclusion at AbilityNet. That's a UK tech and disability charity. So anything to do with technology and any kind of disability, including, if you've got more than one impairment, because, that's how it works sometimes. And sometimes different solutions for different impairments can kind of clash or have conflicts together. So, that's a really important aspect of what we do, is that we're, a pan disability or impairment organisation. I am also a podcaster. So the Dot to Dot podcast is all about the Echo. There's a weekly show as well called The Echo Show with Sean Priest. Love that guy. That's also about the Echo. I'm also on the RNIB Tech Talk podcast with Stephen Scott and the guys. And I also do Maxccessibility, the Maxccessibility Roundtable podcast with those guys as well fortnightly. So
brilliant, isn't it? So much knowledge to tap into with all those shows, isn't there? That must be a new one, the Echo Show podcast. Is that quite new?
Almost a year now.
Yeah. Ah, okay, excellent. Yeah, well, some of you guys might recognise Sean Priest because he's on the Tech Talk as well at times, isn't he, with RNIB Tech Talk?
Yeah, I'd also flag Double Tap Canada, which has got Sean and Stephen on. Love that show. So yeah, it's not just about Canadian tech or anything. So yeah,
it's like being down the pub with them guys on that show sometimes. Yeah, it's really, really good, fantastic. So Robin, you're a big lover of everything A-Lady enabled, Alexa. It's kind of like changed. I mean, I'm going back now to 2015, 16 when the first Echo came out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing. Changed my life. I'm imagining it changed yours as well.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I, saw all the things you could do with it and how little people were doing with theirs, that's what made me want to start the Echo, the Dot to Dot podcast. Sorry, several years ago now. We're up to episode 1700 and something. Haven't missed a day. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with your Echo.
You got that going pretty quickly, didn't you? The demo show podcast.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant.
And we demo every single day. We don't just talk about stuff. We always show something.
Yeah, excellent. So I believe you got some things to show us today that you're excited about. Some new ways that we can use our devices. I think sometimes people get a little bit bored. They're using them for the same thing over and over again. If you listen to Robin's or listen to your show, Robin, there's something different all the time to try, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, that's what why I want people to listen to it, because discoverability is definitely better than it was. You can always ask her things like, what's your top games this week? What are your top productivity skills? And she'll give you those, whereas she didn't used to. So you can discover things, but they're not all great. So even the stuff that she recommends, there is. I mean, there's about 80,000 skills or something, so they can't all be brilliant. But yeah, we make sure that the ones that we demo are worth having a go with. Definitely.
Excellent. Okay, well, over to you, Robin.
Cool.
And, I won't interrupt you.
I think you should, if you want to. If you've got any questions, you can kind of, because if you're thinking about it, then the other guys might be as well. So you could kind of be the second voice if you want to dive in at any point, just so that people don't listen to me the whole time.
Excellent.
Okay, guys, lots of demos to show you. So we were talking about Ira and Be My Eyes a moment ago, and how AI is not always going to be as good as human eyes for a given thing. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is show and tell on the Echo Show, and there are different flavors of Echo Show, from the 5-inch all the way up to the 15-inch, which we'll talk about later. And they all have cameras, and you can just hold something up to them and it will hopefully see the text or read the barcode, just like with Seeing AI, for example. So let's have a quick demo of what that sounds like in action. This works on Echoes with a screen. So that's the Echo Show 5-inch screen, Echo Show 8, which is the one we're looking at here, and there's an Echo Show 10 as well. And they all have a camera in the top right corner of the screen behind the glass, and you can make sure that that's open and active by sliding the slider above it to the left. Now, there is a tutorial that can help you. We're not going to listen to that now because it's quite long, but we are going to see the new show and tell feature in action, which helps people who can't read products, tins, packages, etc., by using recognition software that the A-Lady is really good at doing most of the time. So you say, Alexa, what am I holding? And then you hold up.
Let's see.
This is a can. You hold it up about a foot.
If your item is large, try holding it further away from the camera.
From the camera in front and about a foot off the desk.
Remember to hold your item about 12 inches above the countertop and centered with the camera.
Turning the can around.
If you need to, touch the device to reorient yourself.
Oh.
I read the following words. Beans. Tesco.
They are beans. That's a can of beans. Let's try another one. I've got an identical tin here. Let's see what it makes of it. Alexa, what am I holding?
Let's see.
About a foot away from the camera. Just slowly.
Remember to hold your item centered with the camera about 12 inches away. It looks like Napolina tomatoes.
It is Napolina tomatoes. Chopped tomatoes. So I will not make a mistake and put the wrong thing on my dinner or in my soup. Let's do a couple more. There's a huge box here. Dog biscuits. Let's see if it can get this. If it's a big square thing like this, it might ask you to turn it around. Alexa, what am I holding?
Let's see.
Holding it up to the camera. Nice and still.
Show me another side.
Turning it around.
I read the following words. Sky bones, Earl Sky, chicken, beef.
That's right. I was just turning it around until I heard the beeps and then I stopped turning it. We'll do one more. This is a big squeezy bottle of, I think, ketchup, but it could be mayonnaise. Alexa, what am I holding?
Let's see.
Just holding it up to the camera. Oh, that was quick.
It looks like Heinz tomato ketchup.
Ooh. Well, there you go, guys. Just a very quick demo of how you can use show and tell. Now, that's using an Echo with a screen. And a lot of people might be thinking, well, you know, I've heard that Echoes with screens aren't as useful. And absolutely, if you haven't got any vision at all, I probably wouldn't recommend it if you're going to use it as your main device. You can certainly use it for things like show and tell, and if you've got people with eyes around the house. But if you're wanting to have a kind of voice first experience, then often things aren't spoken as much as they are on Echoes without a screen. So what we're going to do now is quickly look at the new Show 10, which is one that's sort of spookily swivels around to follow you around the room.
I love that, you know. I've got that one, you know, Robin. I absolutely love the show. I was just going to say, there's a really good debate that you guys were having on the Tech Talk show about whether, you know, you would want one with a screen on it. I think that was Sean. I think I was quite opinionated about that one, and it was really good. But I love that show and tell thing. It's got, hopefully it's going to get better and better as well. And we waited long enough for it, haven't we? So finally we've got it, which is great.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're going to show the voice view screen reader as well as just introducing you to the device. And as I say at the end, I think it's not going to be as easy a way of interacting with the screen. But if you want the screen content, and there are skills that need a screen, then definitely this might be something to add to the Echoes around the house, not necessarily to be your main device. So here's the Echo Show 10. Here we are in the kitchen with
Faith?
and a new Echo Show 10, the one with the swivelly screen. What do you think of it?
It's a bit creepy how it follows you around. So open Netflix.
Now, one of the weird things is, as soon as someone says her name,
Here's Netflix.
the whole thing swivels round so that the screen is facing that person. So it has mics that are listening in different directions. The whole thing noiselessly swivels round to see the person. Thanks, Faith. So let's just turn on voice view. There was a big edit there, guys. A lot of these are a lot longer, and obviously I don't want to go to playing all of them because we want to cover as much as we can. The bit that I edited there was to show that when you do play something like Netflix, even when you're not talking to it, it's using its camera to follow you around the screen because it assumes you don't want to be able to, you'll be wanting to watch the thing as you move around the room. Alexa, turn on voice view. So this is the screen reader. It's swiveled to face
Voice
me
view
now.
ready.
I was behind the screen and it swiveled all the way around. Cool. Voice view is ready. Let's just turn that up a bit. Alexa, home.
Recently played. Bridge over troubled water. Amazon Music. Try Alexa.
Just flicking here.
Bridge over 25 degrees. Sunday the 13th of June.
There you go. Home screen. You guys know about voice view by now, but it is there. Very responsive on this one. It's obviously a relatively expensive product. I think it's about £250 here in the UK, but it has a decent processor and a really good screen. So nice and responsive for voice view and for other commands as well. Cool. Alexa, turn off voice view.
Voice view exiting.
Anyone who has an Echo Show and needs to use voice view will know, Faith's just turned the oven on, that you would probably not want it on all the time because it makes it very chatty. It will probably say every minute as the clock changes, etc. Great, really brilliant sound. Really nice having a screen that can swivel around if you can see the screen, and lots of content to consume on that really nice big screen. Okay then, so the reason why I'm showing you kind of more recent products and updates is because I obviously talked about the Echo last time I was here, so I wanted to kind of give you what's been fresh since then. We are going to look at sort of what you can do with any Echo soon enough, but while we're still on the theme of Echoes with a screen, there was an Amazon event the week before last now, was it? I'm losing track of time. Yeah, and there were loads of announcements, and we're going to listen to a couple of those. But one, while we're still talking about Echoes with a screen, was the Echo Show 15. And let's hear briefly what you can do with the Echo Show 15. I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, here we go.
Introducing Echo Show 15, the new digital heart of your home, bringing all of the things that make your household tick into one place. It can be wall-mounted or placed on a stand in portrait or landscape, whatever works best for your space. The device's large 15.6-inch screen makes it possible to quickly see all of the information that's most important to you and your family. In addition to the rotating home content that customers are familiar with on Echo Show today, we are introducing a brand new user interface with Alexa widgets that make it easy to customize the display with information that's always up to date. Echo Show 15 makes accessing a shared family calendar really simple. Any family member can add events to the calendar and everyone can see it in one aggregated view. I personally love the sticky notes. You can just ask Alexa to leave a little note of encouragement or tell your family when you'll be home for dinner. Echo Show 15 will be available for $249 later this year.
Sorry, I didn't bleep out the A-lady word there. Those are recordings obviously from the Amazon event itself, which by the way wasn't publicly available. So yeah, you got a sneak peek into what the tech journalists got.
Everyone's echoes are now saying, are answering that.
So yeah, a screen, we're looking at 15-inch plus now, which for low vision is definitely in the realms of a very nice size screen. And again, around the 250 mark, I would say, go for it for accessing content. There's loads of, streaming content, loads of skills that use the screen, video calling, that sort of thing. And to use it as the hub, the dashboard of your smart home, I think is brilliant as well. I just need to get that, guys. I'm so sorry. Can you talk, Andy, for a sec?
I certainly can. Can I talk? Absolutely. As I said before, I can talk to a wall, me. And the wall just talks back to me, but it's probably just me talking. So yeah, Robin did say that he'd have to get the doorbell. I've had to do that a couple of times, haven't I, when I've been on a Zoom? Yeah. Actually, I remember a couple of iPads being delivered by Amazon, and the guy didn't wait for me, and he just he put them on the doorstep and left. And I'm like, I'm sure they're like, there's 2 iPads there. They were work ones. I'm sure there's 2 iPads there. And the fella just left. So I just had to literally get off the Zoom as quick as I could. Just hope there wasn't any gaps or silences. Run downstairs, open the front door, and save the 2 poor iPads that had been abandoned on my doorstep. Yeah. Just saying there, Robin, 2 iPads were abandoned on my doorstep by an Amazon driver. And I was on a Zoom and there was nobody else in the house. So I was like, I need to run down and get them. Yeah, if that's what they are.
It's pretty bad in America. They're called porch pirates, where they, constantly going around neighborhoods looking for things that have been left. And there's a chap who has these parcels that he triggers with.
I saw that.
Glitter bombs.
Yeah. And there's cameras in them and everything, isn't there? That's so funny, that. And yeah, I saw them, Robin. They're really good, aren't they?
Absolutely. Okay. Sorry about that. So what we're going to talk about now, we've got a bit of a gear change. We're going to talk about skills that you can do on your Echo, and one massive one that's happened since we last spoke is to do with talking books. And thanks, Andy, for mentioning this one, for reminding me about this one. So for anyone that isn't aware, the RNIB talking book service, I'm just going to close this door now because my wife's back, reading services, brilliant. I don't know how many tens of thousands of titles they've got. It's now free, isn't it, if you just go digital? So yeah, it's the RNIB talking books app, skill, and let's give it a go. So this is a live demo. I'm not playing anything in, so hopefully this will work. Alexa, open RNIB talking books.
You need to be a registered RNIB member to proceed further.
Yes, I am.
If you need further help, please contact nearest RNIB contact centre to register your account.
I just used it the other day. Okay. I could dig out the dot-to-dot episode where we covered this one, and it was working literally about a week ago. So I have no idea why that is now not assigned, not registered with my account.
It's just one of those techie things, Robin. It happens. it's life.
Well, in a way, it's not good because you were talking earlier about getting it all set up. What about if you've had to get somebody in to do that? Yeah. And then a week later, it's like this. So that's not good. And we were also talking about how it's slightly under-functioned at the moment. It's like in beta. So yes, the RNIB Talking Books, if you just say, open RNIB Talking Books, it will ask you for a title of a book, or you can search by author or by keyword, etc. And then it will just start playing it. And the crucial thing is it will remember your place. And then you can say, obviously, the skip forward 10 minutes, skip back a chapter, that sort of thing. It's not cross-platform, so unlike Audible, where you can listen to that on your Echo and then pick it up on the same place on the app on your phone, the Dolphin Easy Reader app, for example, on your phone, you can't listen to the same book and have syncing across the 2 devices. But still, for accessing talking books on your Echoes around the house, absolutely brilliant.
It will get there eventually, and I think it's, as you say, it can be a little bit ropey at times, and there's a few times when I've gone back onto it and it's not remembered the book that I was reading and things like that, but I'm sure it will improve as things move on. So
I had that more at the beginning, and I haven't had that recently, so hopefully that's improved, or I could have just been lucky. But yeah, it's definitely got teething troubles.
Kudos to RNIB for actually, going forward with it and kind of utilizing this technology. I suppose, Robin, as well, isn't it, really? People have been crying out for this for quite a few years now, haven't they? Yeah. So it's great to see. It's good.
Really good, really good. And so sticking with streaming, we were streaming books a moment ago. Now there's a brilliant skill called Soundstream, which is a free skill. And what it does is when you enable the app, it'll tell you to go to your Amazon app, the A-Lady app on your phone, and to follow a link. And then when you do that, then you can link it to an account. It's a free account. And what it does is it creates a folder in your Dropbox. And in that folder, for free, for the free version, you can create 10 folders, subfolders, and call them what you like, talking books, favorite music, whatever you want. Or if you want to have one folder just for ABBA, then call that folder ABBA and just put ABBA tracks in there. And you can have up to 10 files of any length in those 10 folders, so up to 100 files for the free. You can then have a subscription service if you want, and then you can get loads more as well. You could put all your media library in there. And what does it do? Well, it just allows you to say to your Echo, open Soundstream, and then ask for something, or you can just tag it on the end. Like with most skills, you can tag onto the end of the invocation something that you want to happen straight away. So I'll ask her to excuse me, I'll ask Soundstream to play ABBA, for example. Alexa, ask Soundstream to play ABBA.
Playing ABBA.
Wow, that is loud. Alexa, stop. Wow, sorry, that was really loud.
We love it with ABBA. That's fine.
Yeah, they're bringing out a new album, guys. 5th of November.
Oh yeah, the rebate, the ABBA comeback, isn't it? Yeah,
all the same guys. We watched Mamma Mia the other day. Love that film. So yeah, obviously we could get that on Amazon Music or Apple Music or whatever, but you might have media that you won't be able to get into your Echo any other way. So this is where it really comes in handy. So I've got a folder in here called Jokes, and there's some jokes that Sean and I recorded. So let's have a listen to that. Alexa, play. Oh no, Alexa, stop. Alexa, ask Soundstream to play jokes.
Playing jokes.
Hang on, I wanted 10 Bs. What's with the 11 Bs? And the guy said, well, it's a freebie. Oh! I love that one.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? That is the spookiest thing ever, because not only was it bee themed when my last one was, Alexa, stop. Honestly. So there you go. That
you and Sean, is it doing a comedy stand-up that, Robin?
Yeah, but we weren't really on stage. It just made it sound like that.
Right.
So that isn't available anywhere on the internet, but I can play it because it's in that folder. Now, if you have files in a particular folder, like We Are the Champions for Queen, sorry, I'll let my wife get that, then you can just say the name. You can say Soundstream play We Are the Champions, and as long as it's in one of those folders, it will play it. Or if you just say the name of a folder, it will treat it as a playlist with all the songs in there. So Soundstream, absolutely gold.
That is cool. I've not heard that one before. That is really, really cool.
Really good. Now, we were just listening to some jokes. I can't not play you my favourite joke-related skill, because just asking her for jokes, while you can be specific, give me a space joke or a cat joke or something, they're all a bit weak. And so my favourite one is called Joke Bloke. Now, not everyone in here is a winner, but there's some real gems, so let's give it a go. Alexa, open Joke Bloke.
Sorry, the Jokes for Kids skill is no longer available.
Alexa.
You can find more skills in the Alexa app.
Alexa, open Joke Bloke.
Here's a joke from the lad. Do you know the difference between a smartly dressed man on a bike and a scruffy fella riding a unicycle? Attire.
Attire.
Oh, dear me.
I got that. Another.
The Joke Bloke skill can't help you with that. It can only tell you jokes from the Daily Star Sunday. Please say tell me a joke, or you can say end.
Tell me a joke.
Here's a joke from Will I Ain't. I've developed an addiction to cheddar cheese. Thankfully it's only mild.
Another.
Here's a joke from Gagging for It of Preston, Lancs. My dad told me a fantastic joke about a high wall. I'm still trying to get over it.
Stop. Okay, they're usually better
Goodbye
than that,
from
guys.
the Daily Star
Like I say, not
Sunday
everyone's a
joke
winner,
bloke.
but some of them are really, really good. Okay, so that's, yeah, frivolous things that you can do with your Echo as well. Obviously, entertainment is really, really a significant part of what you can do with your Echoes. If you guys are anything like me, you have multiple Echoes as you upgrade them, or in my case, actually, as Amazon send me them to try out and then to review. So I have a lot of older Gen Dots in particular lying around. Have you guys heard of Audible Clock? I love this skill. So this is a free skill. There are some premium versions of clocks in there, but I'll let you listen to the ones that are free. And what you do is you plug an Echo in somewhere, you get one of these going, and then it's basically your clock. And you should shut the ears off, so turn off its mic and just dedicate it to being an audible clock. And you've got a grandfather clock in your house, or a, you know, novelty clock. Let's listen to a couple of them. Alexa, open Audible Clock.
TikTok. The time is 3:38 p.m. To start an Audible clock, just tell me the name of the clock you want to use. Say something like birdsong, train clock, or say, what clocks do you have?
What
would you like?
What clocks do you have?
I have traditional, grandfather, talking, animal, and special clocks. Which type do you want to hear about? Traditional.
Let's go for talking.
Grandfather, talking, animal, or special?
Talking.
My first 3 talking clocks are Alexandra,
A clock that sounds like me.
Australian clock,
A talking clock with an Australian accent. G'day.
and British clock.
A talking clock with a British accent. Cheers.
To start a clock, just say its name.
Australian.
You can also say more to hear more talking clocks.
More. 'Cause
My
then you
next
get,
3
like,
talking
Trump
clocks
and
are
stuff.
Welsh clock,
A talking clock with a
Oh,
Welsh
these have all
accent.
been added.
Stephen Hawking,
Oh, here we go.
The smartest clock in the universe.
and Trump clock.
Bing bong, bing bong. Nobody tells the time like Donald Trump.
To start a clock, just say its name. You can also say more to hear more talking clocks.
Cuckoo.
Would you like cuckoo clock to chime every quarter hour, half hour, or hour?
Quarter.
Okay, starting cuckoo clock. The first chime is due to sound in about 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to leave that on, guys. Now there's a very faint ticking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, so this could be your clock, basically. Now there are dozens in there. I don't know why I picked cuckoo, but anyway.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Robin. Will that carry on in the background while you, or do you have to just leave it on
So-
that skill?
The reason why I said you should dedicate a dot to it is because as soon as you invoke another skill, it's dead.
Got
It's
you.
basically a 24-hour streaming loop.
Right.
So yeah, I would. We're basically tuning into a radio station of this clock, really.
Okay.
So yeah, I would dedicate a clock to it and turn off its ears.
So once you've invoked another skill, you could go back to
Oh,
that
absolutely.
skill and start it up again. Yeah.
Totally.
Cool.
And definitely recommend setting up a do not disturb schedule for that dot if you don't want it going off from 11:30 to 7:30 or something. I mean, if it's downstairs in the living room and you can hardly hear it, then fine. Obviously, real grandfather clocks wouldn't stop at night. So yeah, but if you want it to not do it all the way through, turn on a do not disturb schedule for that dot. Cool. Actually, I am going to kill it because I want to play you the beginning bit. It would just go do 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 like a cuckoo clock. Just saying. On the hour, it would do the number of cuckoos for the hour, etc. Just like a grandfather clock. I'm going to now talk about games. I could literally list you. You know, we've probably covered about 1,200 games in Dot to Dot, and they're all winners. They really are all winners. There's a really good one called Puzzler, which is a fully voice-first crossword skill, which I love crosswords. I could go through so many of them, quizzes and trivia and, you know, any kind of number of things. But the one I want to show you here is one that Sean and I did at length on a recent The Echo Show podcast episode. It's called The Sims Stories, and it's just got a lot of attitude. It's really, really funny. This is a choose your own adventure. Alexa, open The Sims Stories.
Welcome back to Strangerville. You can continue your story from where you left off, or you can restart it. What would you like to do?
Restart.
Are you sure you want to restart the story from the beginning?
Yes.
Welcome to The Sims Stories. In this skill, you can play interactive stories set in the Sims universe. We currently have the Mystery of Strangerville available to play. Would you like to play it?
Yes.
Now starting the Mystery of Strangerville story. The sun casts long shadows over the dusty town. You've recently moved here because of an interesting work opportunity, but there's something that seems a bit off. Across the dirt road you see the sign "Welcome to Strangerville, population 500. Strange indeed. There's a crater on the outskirts of town with a mysterious building in its center. While it looks pretty deserted, the town definitely has some interesting characters inhabiting it. Who would you like to talk to? The scientist or the skeptic?
Scientist.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It only waits for so long.
That was too late.
The implications of what we've discovered in the crater are astounding. I mean,
I'll just stop
the
there.
secret lab is totally boring and not worth even thinking about.
Alexa, stop. There's a lot of humour in this.
Okay,
So,
saving your progress.
Dag.
The Sims, for people who don't know, is like an interactive world, a bit like Minecraft, on computers or the iPad or whatever. And these are the characters from it. It's by Electronic Arts, the actual, people that do The Sims. It's got a lot of character. There are loads of skills from big names on the Echo, so it's not just kind of small independent stuff. There's really big names with skills on there that are very highly polished. So that could take you at least an hour to play through, guys, and have a lot of fun on the way. And there are loads of them like that. So
good sound effects as well. I like the sound effects.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're highly produced, a lot of them. There's first party Harry Potter skills, for example. They're brilliant. Really good. Okay, so I've sneakily added in this one. We were talking before about how busy the tubes were this morning, and there's loads of skills around information. Now you can ask her a whole range of stuff, and I'm not going to go over those because, we covered a lot of built-in stuff last time I talked, but there is third-party ones as well that can add in additional information. Here's one called Tube Info, which would tell us if there are hold-ups on any of the underground lines at the moment. Alexa, open Tube Info.
There is a good service on all lines.
Okay. I tried it about half an hour ago before we started when you guys were talking about that, and it said that there were works on 2 lines. Oh, that's loud. Goodness me. That's interesting. So the media actually played in the background.
Wow.
Well, if you were playing a song, like a playlist on Amazon, for example, or Apple Music or whatever, and then you fired up a skill, I think it does come back afterwards. But I wasn't actually expecting it to. I thought it would have killed it. So, yeah, maybe it will carry on. But I know it gets killed by certain things, so it's best to dedicate. But that was really...
I think I'm going to set one of those up in the office, actually, one of those clocks on our Amazon Echo here. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm killing that just in case it freaks us out again. Okay, so yeah, now I'm going to talk about, again, other things that I didn't cover last time. We all know about being able to call Echo to Echo. You can call Echo to landline or mobile. I covered last time about how you can just ask the A-lady where the nearest Boots is, and it'll tell you the opening hours, the address, and the mobile, and the phone number for it, and it'll offer to call that business for you, all that sort of thing. What's new is a group calling feature. So I'm going to play a little one of the gang who I call. So you'd need to set up a group in the A-Lady app. If you give it access to your contacts, then you can say new group. You can set up a group with a number of names in it, and in there you can say, and then you can add all the people that you want to that are in your contacts, and whatever that group is called, this is called the gang. You can then say to the A-Lady, call the gang. So let's have a listen to what that sounds like. Alexa, call the gang. It takes a while to connect. Ooh, I can hear it. I can hear it ringing. I wonder if anyone will answer. Ringing. Ooh.
Hello, Robin.
Wow. Stephen, hi. How you doing? It's Stephen Scott.
I'm great. How are you?
Really good, thank you. So thank you so much for jumping on. Anyone else there?
Robin?
Oh, Sean.
Me too. I'm part of the gang.
It's Sean. Sean Priest.
Hi, Sean. I don't want to be in this gang anymore. Not if Stephen's in it.
Hello.
Oh.
Wow.
Hello.
Sandy.
I'm the only one with my camera on.
Well.
On an Echo Dot, that's not going to work.
A lot of good that is. Okay, brilliant. So we have done group calling. Have you guys got a message for posterity that you will be remembered by forevermore before you go?
Echo.
Go where?
End the call.
Wow, that was a very profound statement. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never call me again.
And I would say, why not listen to The Echo Show?
Brilliant. Great. I'm going to hang up on you guys then, just like Andy did. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye. Alexa, hang up. Okay, there you go. So group calling, whoever's got echoes with a screen, then it would be a video call for them. For other people, it's just audio. So yeah, it's such a powerful device, guys. All this stuff is free. I don't think we've spent any money yet at all, apart from on the device itself, which are really affordable compared to many other products, manufacturers that we could name out there. So yeah, there you go. Now we're going to play another very quick call related one, and this is to do with drop-in. So we know that drop-in, you can drop in on devices that have allowed you to, and that could be from echo to echo within a house. So I could say drop in on the kitchen right now and start talking to Judith downstairs. I could do it from echo to echo from house to house if somebody had allowed it as well. But also now you can do it from your phone out and about to any echo where it's been allowed. So let's have a quick listen to that. Hang on a sec. Drop in is where you just say to your echo, drop in on so and so. Oh, sorry. It could be another echo in the house, drop in on the kitchen, for example, or it could be someone in your contacts that has agreed to allow drop in on their devices. And what you can do now is you can drop in from the app. And that means wherever you are out and about, you can quickly call home, for example, or any of your other contacts that have allowed it. And the way you do it is you go into the A-Lady app, you go to communicate, that's one of the tabs at the bottom. And then at the top, you'll see a button called drop in. And in here, you'll see all your devices at home that have had it enabled, and also all of your contacts that have allowed drop in. Let's give it a go. So I've got the app open, I've gone to communicate, gone to drop in, and I'm going to choose the office. I'm going to tap on it. Here we go. Hello. 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 It took a few seconds to connect. Oh, this sounds really weird. Oh, getting some feedback from the phone as well. Alexa, hang up. There you go. And guys, if you drop in on an echo with a screen, be aware that your camera on your phone will instantly be active as well. I'm sure you can turn that off. But if you drop in on an Echo with a screen, then it's going to be a video drop-in. Cool. Just to say, another button that's in that tab, Communicate, is Announce. So you can use your app to announce to all of your devices, just like you can via another Echo 2. Cool. So I'm aware that time's getting away with us. Sorry about this.
That's all right.
I've got two other things. So a quick demo again from Sean. We've heard from Sean already just then, plugging the Echo Show, and I wanted to talk about smart home because we haven't covered that yet, and this is a massive part. I mentioned it with the Echo Show 15. You know, you can control lots of appliances around your house by voice if they're connected, if they're A-Lady enabled or capable. And he has a robot vacuum cleaner which he controls by his voice as well. So let's have a quick listen to Sean firing up his iRobot vacuum cleaner.
Alexa, open iRobot Home skill.
Welcome to iRobot Home for Wi-Fi connected Roomba and Brava robots. I can help you start, pause and end a job. Just say, start Roomba, pause Brava or end Roomba. What would you like to do?
Cancel.
Thank you for using iRobot.
And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this demo. No, of course, I'm only joking. Now, with this skill, like others, there are two ways in which you can use it. You can just open the skill directly, like I just did there, and it will ask you what you want it to do. Which is great and it works well, but it's not the easiest and most convenient way to control your smart vacuum. Instead of having to open the skill every time, it's far simpler to just say, Alexa, ask Roomba to start cleaning.
Okay, Roomba has started vacuuming.
And there she goes, she's off. I don't know if you can just hear that faint noise in the background. Wow, it is noisy in here. But there's my Roomba cleaning the studio floor. And to stop it, Alexa, ask Roomba to stop.
Would you like Roomba to return home?
No.
Okay.
Which is just as well because it's in the shed. So it wasn't actually in his house there. Hopefully he hasn't got any kind of cats in the house or anything because they would just all get sucked up, I think. But anyway, so yep, loads of stuff that you can do with your Echoes. And I'm just going to finish off. Right at the beginning we talked about robots and we've just had a kind of a robot vacuum cleaner. So let's talk about Astro. So Astro was one of the recent announcements at the Amazon event. This may or may not ever come to the UK. It's what they call a day one project, which means that, you know, kind of we're beta testing it for them and it's not cheap at $1,000, but let's have a quick listen to what this robot sounds like. It's got the A-Lady built in, so it can talk and everything, but what we hear in here is just its kind of bloops and boops noises that it can also make. Sorry, you didn't hear that, did you?
Good morning.
My mistake, sorry.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm thrilled to be here with my team in the Spheres to show you what we've been up to. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to a new kind of household robot that integrates Alexa, advanced hardware, software, computer vision, and AI in a brand new way. And it's a beautiful illustration of how ambient computing can improve customers' lives in a way that traditional consumer electronics just can't. Even in homes as Alexified as mine, there are still lots of things my home can't do because my devices are stationary. This robot changes all of that. With Live View and the app, you can send it to check on specific rooms, things, people, even pets. With the periscope cam, I can also expand my field of view. Technically, building this periscope was incredibly hard, but it's so helpful if you're away from home and want to view things a little higher up, like checking to see if the stove was left on. When you combine the robot with Ring Protect Pro, you get so much more. Now, when you're away, you can use it to proactively patrol your home, investigate activity, and send you notifications when it detects something unusual. All the while, you have the option to save these videos to your Ring account. Astro is part of our Day One Editions program, which is designed to bring our most ambitious ideas to life. Astro will be available for an introductory price of $999. Starting today, you can sign up to request an invite, and we plan to start granting invitations and shipping the device a little later this year.
Introductory price means that if it ever does come to market fully, it'll be more expensive. And you need 2 of them, by the way, because they don't do stairs if you've, unless you're in a bungalow. So, yeah. Now they did also announce something else, which was the Always Home Cam, which is basically a little drone with a camera on it that can zoom around your house to do, scouting for security and to make sure that, there's nothing going on. Or if one of your home enabled motion sensitive, Blink cameras, which are another Amazon product, detect something, then this can go and explore further and that sort of thing. And they were saying there for $99. So, there are other cheaper ways of having a little thing trundle around your house for security. But I think this one's also meant for companionship and, because you can have dots everywhere or echoes of any flavor all around the house. So what they were saying about, there are places that normal echoes can't go. I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. Whistle stop tour. Sorry if that, felt like either too much information or not enough.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, going forward, we can see that there's the future, or if you like, those films that we've watched years and years ago, predicting the future is all starting to come true, Robin. Robots in your home. I like the idea of the drone, actually. I do remember seeing that. I just wasn't sure whether it could fly up your stairs. I don't know
Apparently
whether it
not,
could.
Which seems a bit odd because it has to raise up off its little dock, and it has to get back to its little dock, so it can go up and down. But
you can't go up the stairs.
Well, it might be a software thing, so there might be a firmware update which allows that to happen. But at the moment, no.
Do we think that's coming to the UK, or is that still only in the US at the moment?
Well, there's probably US for a while if it ever comes over here. There are loads of things that you can do with your Echo in the States that haven't come here yet. Most notably for me is called Notes, which means you can say to the A-lady, take a note that the doctor's phone number is blah, blah, blah. And so you can then say to her, what's the doctor's phone number? And blah, blah, blah. She'll say it for you. So you can memory dump into the Notes feature, which is built in, but only in the States. Now, there's loads of skills to help get around that over here. So there's always workarounds. We don't have Ziggy here yet, which is the alter ego of the A-lady, where it's a man's voice. And you can change the wake word to Ziggy if you want to.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
We don't have that.
We do need that, don't we? We need that. Some people would like a male voice on their Echo, and that would be good.
They have Samuel L. Jackson as well, which can say a lot of things, but not everything. Sometimes he defaults back to her, which is must be a weird kind of experience. But Ziggy is the full alternative to her voice. So,
excellent. Well, we're never too far away in the UK, are we, from some of the developments? So hopefully we do see it come over here soon. Yeah, absolutely.
And we can't be too grumpy because there are places like Australia don't have nearly as much as we have. New Zealand, Jonathan Mosen over there he had to import his Echo, and New Zealand isn't a supported region, so he has to set it to somewhere else. I think he sets it to the States. So there's loads of countries that don't have it at all. So
we're very lucky. We're very, very lucky. Brilliant. Well, I'm gonna let you all go, and thanks for everybody joining today. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be putting this. Eventually, this video will go onto our YouTube channel as well. So keep watching out for that as well. So thanks very much to everybody.